Hey, this is Tracy Lewis with Stuff and Things, and today I finally have the color refresh to share with you. We go live on May 2nd with the 2023 catalog, and included in that catalog is a shakeup of the color families, as well as every year we have half of the in colors. There's always a total of 10, 2 sets of 5. So we have in colors going out and in colors coming in. That happens every year. So I'm going to start by color family as they appear in the catalog. The old catalog, it's on page 122. I'm going to, since I already have the brights out, I'm going to skip the in colors and do those last. So the current brights are the colors you see here: Poppy Parade, Melon Mambo, Flirty Flamingo, Mango Melody, Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green, Bermuda Bay, Coastal Cabana, Pacific Point, and Gorgeous Grape. And in the new catalog, Mango Melody is retiring, Gorgeous Grape is moving, and Bermuda Bay. Of the 3 colors that are leaving the brights, 1 color is actually moving to a different color family, which they do sometimes, and they have done that on a couple of occasions. So you may have seen on my swatch where it's going if you noticed it. If not, I will share it with you when we get to it. And the colors coming in, we have a returning from an in color family from 2017 to 19. We are bringing back a Lemon Lime Twist. We are bringing back Berry Burst, which was an in color in the same year, 2017 to 19, and this year it will become a bright. And we have a brand new color. Oh, sorry, Pacific Point goes away. Oh, I missed that. So Pacific Point is retiring. We have Azure Afternoon. And we have a big move. Which I didn't even write down. And that is Pumpkin Pie. If you look at the history, I try to keep my swatches over the years. In 2017, Pumpkin Pie was a bright. It became a Regal in 2018. And it's coming back to the brights in 2023. So that is what the new bright color family looks like. Moving on. Next, I will lay out the neutrals. And so I may cut and then turn the camera back on when I have the neutrals laid out for you. All right, next up are the neutrals, which are currently Merry Mellow, Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy, Early Espresso, Soft Suede, Crumb Cake, Sahara Sand, Gray Granite, Smoky Slate, and Basic Gray. We have 2 colors leaving. Merry Merlot is leaving, and Soft Suede, to be replaced by Blackberry Bliss, which is, you'll see, it was a Regal, and it is now going to be a neutral, and Misty Moonlight. I will move that brown over. So this is what the new neutrals color family looks like. Mossy Meadow. Here, I should put this in the order. Mossy Meadow, Misty Moonlight, Night of Navy, Blackberry Bliss, Early Espresso. We now have Sahara Sand going out, and Pumpkin Pie coming in, Crumb Cake, Gray Granite, Smoky Slate, and Basic Gray. So we actually have a swap out of 3 colors, because Blackberry Bliss is just changing color families for a total of 3 color changes for the neutrals. And again, the 3 colors going out: Mary Merlot, Soft Suede, and Sahara Sand. Again, I will stop and set up for the Regals. Okay. Here are the current Regals. And we have moved, neutrals and Regals are on page 123 of the current catalog. I have put them in the order as they are on the page: Cherry Cobbler, Real Red, Cajun Craze, Pumpkin Pie, Crushed Curry, Old Olive, Garden Green, Shaded Spruce, Blackberry Bliss, and Rich Raspberry. So we already know that Pumpkin Pie and Blackberry Bliss are moving to different color families. Let's move this around. So this is the most straightforward set of changes. So with Pumpkin Pie and Blackberry Bliss moving to new color families, we now have two returning colors to replace them: Pretty Peacock and Blueberry Bushel. So that is your new set of Regals. Again, this is the color family that had the least amount of changes, having only 2 colors leaving and 2 colors returning. And ironically, the 2 colors that were leaving, remember, they are actually just moving to different color families. Blackberry Bliss becomes a neutral to replace Mary Merlot, and Pumpkin Pie becomes a bright. So that is what the new Regals are going to look like. All right, and here are the current subtles: Blushing Bride, Petal Pink, Calypso Coral, So Saffron, Soft Seafoam, Pear Pizzazz, Mint Macaron, Pool Party, Balmy Blue, and Highland Heather. This is also on page 123 of the current catalog. Oh, and I now am bringing up the new catalog, and I'll have you know that the color collections pages are identical between the 2 catalogs, starting at page 122 and 123. Just a little tidbit. Okay, so the new colors. We have So Saffron leaving us, Blushing Bride, Pear Pizzazz, and Mint Macaron. So this one is having a pretty extensive shake-up. And we have Lemon Lolly coming in. That's a new color. A returning color, Lost Lagoon. We have an in color that is going out, Fresh Freesia, from in color family from 2021 to 2023, is returning as a subtle. And we have a brand new pink. I am so happy. So, Bubble Bath. And here is the Petal Pink, and I want to show you what Blushing Bride. This was the for me, the biggest color change that I needed, and that was, I really wanted a pretty pink. So last year these were our 2 pinks. Blushing Bride, to me, being more on the pink side. Petal Pink to me is a very pale peach. We will keep Petal Pink, and Blushing Bride is replaced by Bubble Bath, which is a very lovely bluey pink. And there it is. So those are the 4 main color families. We have no changes to what's called the basics, which is white, very vanilla, and basic black. And I'm going to not stop the camera from rolling, but I do want to do a second reveal. I already revealed using the new ink pads that I bought, which this is the first time that I have owned ink pads in 6 years. So I get to break off the plastic and get to know how to open and close those guys. I know that the opening and closing of the pads is always, I wouldn't call it a challenge, I would call it a learning curve. Okay, so the new in colors, this is just a quick refresher from the last reveal I did a couple days ago, is Copper Clay, Wild Wheat, Boho Blue, Moody Mauve, and Pebbled Path. And my favorite color is the Boho Blue. My least favorite is the Moody Mauve, which is funny because both of these remind me a little bit of the country blue and mauve from the late 80s, early 90s that I partook in when we got married, and that our first couch were these colors. A little bit more country blue or dusty blue, and then the Moody Mauve. This has a little bit of a darker gray undertone than the country mauve from back in the day. I will say that this particular cardstock, if you can see it, it has some flecks in it, somewhat like crumb cake has. So from that perspective, I like the cardstock itself and how they have put it together. I really like the Copper Clay. And then the Wild Wheat and Pebbled Path, they're okay. I'll see how much I use them, but probably these 2 are my favorite colors. That's all I've got for the color reveal today. Hopefully I didn't make it too confusing. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think of the color changes? What's your favorite? What's your least favorite? What are you sad to see leaving? Leave the comments here on the blog. I won't have an article over, here on the video, I will not have an article over on my blog. Do all the YouTube things, like, share, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.